With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, here's Tua. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leon Sandcastle. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, first and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Throw left side complete. That's Howard. Touchdown, Jets. O.J. Howard, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Ready up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Gonzalez here. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Lawrence on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it is 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Black chop.
2 now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Tua, a final shot before half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come up.
Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Tua to try again on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
On the ball.
Tua now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Ready?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Ready?
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Ready?
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Holmes has got it complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
He finds his man complete. It's Holmes. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Haywood! Hey.
Lawrence will throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Gronkowski. He's got a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Shot, 17, ready.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On the double.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orvin. Hey, Delta.
Now Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
On the set.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Lawrence Taylor picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ultra, ready.
From the gun, it's Tua. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that. He's got a man, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Crosby with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, box drop. Yep. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Holmes returning from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because
looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Holmes returning from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Now, that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have two, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a throw here to his running back. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On play action, here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Ready, ready.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically...